Recording started, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, so modifiers is already completed. Rules for overriding modify is already completed. Return type we have already completed. Now we are going to discuss about the some important points about the modifiers in the overriding, and then after that we'll cover methods, argument, and exception. Okay. So important points is that first we'll use the private. Okay, we'll go with the private variables in the parent class. Let's say this is a parent class. I'll remove this method. Okay, I'll remove this method also. So in the parent class we have this private method. Okay, now if it is private, and now it is a private also, so is it overriding?
No. No.
No, it is not overriding because the scope of the parent is within a class. Okay, so let's say if I make as a public.
Private.
Okay, and then you can see here I need to explain the previous topic also regarding the visibility of the scope. Okay, so first that's why
Right or right.
for to get the knowledge about this important points of the modifier and overriding, you should have the basic knowledge of the modifiers, that participation of the modifiers while doing the overriding. Okay, so okay, so let's say you have the public. Okay, you are aware about this concept: public, private, protected, and default. Okay,
Yeah.
so public have the higher visibility, and then you have the protected, correct? Then you have the default, correct, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That you know. Okay, so while doing the overriding, you cannot reduce the visibility of the method. So this is our first important point. You cannot reduce the visibility. Okay, visibility means what? If it parent in the parent class method, if this method is public, you cannot write default. Okay, so you'll get an error.
Yeah.
Change the method visibility to public. Okay, and let's say if method is protected. Okay, if method is protected in the parent class, if method is protected, you can make it public. You can make it public or the same modifier, but you cannot decrease it actually. Okay,
Yeah.
so you have the protected here. You have the protected here. What if I getting error?
And the manageability is protected.
Why it is error? It's protected. It is also protected. Uh, Clean this project, I think. Unnecessary error. Uh, why it is giving the error? You have the protected here. Protected. Mm-hmm. Protected void test one. Protected void test one. Protected. You can have the same variant type, public, private, protected. You should not give the error actually. Okay, because the modifier, if it is protected, and here in the parent class you can have the protected also here, but we cannot decrease actually. We cannot decrease. If I'll make public, we can increase actually. We can increase, but we
Nice
cannot
or right.
decrease.
Nice or right.
Either we can have the same, or we can increase it. I don't know
The
why it is giving error.
number is same. It will give the error message. No?
It
Yeah.
should not give the error.
multiple mark in the 9 cannot reduce the visibility of nth method.
Uh, in the parent, if it is a protected, you can have, let's say if it is a default, okay, and if it is also default,
It's also there.
still it is giving error. Why? There is some problem actually here. What is the problem? Let me write. We'll copy this. Paste it here.
Now
See,
it's not.
now it is. Now it is. Okay. If I light the protected here, now I can hide the protected also here. No, now you can see here. Okay. Okay, it was weird actually. Okay, so you can have the same data type or you can increase the visibility, but you cannot decrease the visibility. Let's say if it is a protected. Okay, if it is protected. Now if it is protected, you can make it public in the child or you can have the same that is protected in the child class. Okay. Now if it is a default, okay, in the parent if it is default, it is default. Now you can make a method in the make a method as a default or the protected or the public in the child class, right? So you can increase it. You can, let's say, okay, you got it now. It is default. Default, you can make default as it is in the child class, or you can make your method protected in the child class, or you can make a method public in the child class. You can increase the visibility, but you cannot decrease it. Okay, उल्टा नहीं चलेगा, सीधा चलेगा ऐसे. Okay, so that point we already discussed in last class, but just now, for you we have repeat this topic again. Now we'll discover the private. Private का हमने discuss किया है कि private अगर हुआ, we cannot do the overriding, right? Because it's a private scope. Let's say this method is private. Okay, private. Now you can make a private if it is private. So you can see here, this is not overriding. You can see icon. There is no icon actually. Okay, that means it's not displaying. Why it is giving the error unnecessary? There is no error. Okay, leave it. Okay, if you make your method private in the parent class, okay, so you can increase the visibility. You can make it default, right? Or you can make protected.
It cannot be override.
See, it will not override actually. Okay, when you have the private method, private scope is within a class, so you cannot do the overriding. And now you can see here, it is not giving the this what I say, this is overriding icon. Okay. So now private is completed. Now static. If method is static in your parent class, static does not participate in the overriding. Okay. Static does not participate in the overriding. See, you have the static method in the parent class. You have the same static method in the child class. Got it? So it is not overriding. So we cannot override the static method. Simple. So concept is we cannot override the static method. Okay, static method. तो ये क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं इंटरव्यू में एंड समवन आस्क कैन आस्क द क्वेश्चन जो होता है ना पब्लिक स्टडी वॉइड मैनिस्टिंग आर्गुमेंट ऑफ आर्क्स, करेक्ट? ये गॉट इट ना, पब्लिक स्टैटिक वॉइड मैन, राइट ना, मेन मेथड of args. Okay, so some guys can ask the question that can we override the main method? Can we override the main method? No, we cannot override because it's a static method. Okay, so static method we cannot override it. Okay, ये आपको मैंने प्रूफ बताया यहाँ पे. Now discuss about the final. Final अगर method is final, if method is final, Okay, we cannot override it, right? You'll see the error.
Good.
You can see here the error. We cannot override. Remove the final modifier from the parent.
Okay.
So compiler is giving suggestion that remove the final keyword from the test1 method which is present in the parent class. So just remove it. So final does not participate in the overriding. If method is final, you cannot override it. Simple concept. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is if it is static. Okay. But tell me one thing. If this method is not a final, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. If it is not final, this method is not final in the parent class, but child class have the default. So can we make it final? Yes, we can make a final. So in the child class, we can make it a final. Okay. Now, whenever a next level child class extend my this child class, that next level child class cannot override this one because the final now. Okay, got it now?
Yeah.
ठीक है मतलब हम फाइनल को वी कैन नॉट ओवरराइट बट वी कैन मेक योर मेथड फाइनल इन द चाइल्ड क्लास ओके
Mhm.
रूल्स हैं जस्ट मैंने आपको सारे रूल्स कवर कर रहा हूँ नाउ वी हैव डिस्कस अबाउट द एब्स्ट्रैक्ट ओके इफ इट इज एब्स्ट्रैक्ट ओके आई रिमूव दिस वन सो ऑब्वियसली आपने पढ़ाई होगा एब्स्ट्रैक्ट इंटरफेस राइट सो
Yeah.
एब्स्ट्रैक्ट मेथड को हम ओवरराइड करते ही हैं राइट
Yeah.
but there is no body for this there is no body actually for this abstract method abstract some
Spelling is
AFTRACT. Okay, make your class also abstract. Okay, abstract class we already covered, guys. So you already knows about this.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so whenever you have any abstract method, by default your class will also become abstract. Okay, so you have the abstract method. Obviously, we need to override somewhere, right? We need to provide the
Yeah.
implementation in the child class. So we need to override. So it's you can say it is overriding, right? Same, you can see the icon. But my next just reverse this process. Okay, how you can reverse? Okay, just reverse it. Okay, you have the complete method here. Okay, this is your complete. You have the curly open curly braces, close curly braces. That means it's a complete concrete method. Okay, so in the child, can we make this method? And this is a non-abstract method to the abstract method. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. AFT abstract. AFTRST abstract. Okay, got it. No, 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 no. Let's check. Okay, got it. Now you still you can see the overriding icon. So the concept is that you can make your method from non-abstract to abstract. Correct.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of that? If you want to stop the functionality, if you want to stop the functionality, let's say I want to stop this functionality of the test on method to the next child level class. So this child is extending my parents. Okay, so completely I stop this functionality. Okay,
Yeah.
let's say you have some features. Let's say Android 1, Android 2, Android 3, Android 4 are in the market. So whenever anyone is launch Android 1, okay, you have some 10 methods, 10 features are there. And in the version 2 someone thinks that okay that I think some of the five features are not required, okay, are not required, or is unnecessary methods are present in the version 1 of the Android. So what we can do in the child class, we can make those five methods as abstract. So we abstract means we are stopping that functionality, so that five methods will not work when you launch a version 2 of Android. Okay, so this is
Yeah.
a real time use cases or scenarios. So you can make a abstract to non-abstract, overriding non-abstract to abstract, abstract to non-abstract. Is it possible?
Mm.
Okay, sync. So it does not restrict actually in the overriding. So abstract does not restrict anything in the overriding. Finally, you cannot override it. Static does not participate in the overriding. आपको प्राइवेट तो बता ही दिया है. Now discuss synchronize. Synchronize का कोई issue नहीं होता ऐसा कुछ. If you have synchronize here, there is no issue actually. Synchronize spelling गलत है. Synchro. Okay. So synchronized. I'll copy this method in child class. Okay, I'll remove this abstract. So you can see here it's still it is overriding. So synchronize does not create any problems. Okay, synchronize does not create any problem. Now discuss about the native. Synchronize does not create any means problem. If you have the methods in the parent class synchronize, you can remove the synchronize from here. Okay, does not create any problem. Okay, got it. If your parent class does not contain synchronize, so I'll remove synchronize. Does not you can make your method synchronize. So does not create any problem. Okay. Similar for the native, similar for the strict FOP. Okay. If your parent class method is native, okay, you can remove sync. If your parent class method is what is okay, remove the native modifier. Okay, got it. So in the native modifier, we should not have the implementation. Got it, guys? Right? It look like a abstract method because native methods are those methods which are developed in the foreign language C or C++ language which are not developed in Java language. Okay, so we already discussed about the native modifiers in the modifiers chapter. Okay, so native modifier you can see here this is a native method, but here you can see there is no native. Okay, so native does not restrict anything while do the overriding. Okay, same strict FOP does not do anything. Okay, strict FOP I'll paste it here. This is parent and now this is child. Sorry. Okay, so you can have the strict FOP here. Okay, you can have the strict FOP here. Still it is overriding. You can see the icon here. Now in the parent you do not have the strict FOP, but I'll remove strict FOP from here. You can see the still it is overriding. Okay, and if your parent class child class have the strict FOP, you can remove the strict FOP from here. Okay, now still you can see this overriding icon. That means what is the meaning of that? Abstract synchronized native strict FOP. These four modifiers does not restrict anything, does not create any problems, while do the overriding. Okay, but these modifiers are very important: final, static, private, default, protected, public. Got it? ठीक है, फाइनल है तो then you cannot override. Static does not participate in the overriding. Static को you can, if methods are static you cannot do the overriding. Okay, and static, because static are loaded with the class, static is bound with the class, that's why we cannot override it. और प्राइवेट को विद इन स्कोप होता है, विद स्कोप इज विद इन क्लास, so you cannot override. डिफॉल्ट, प्रोटेक्टेड एंड पब्लिक के बारे में हमने ऑलरेडी बात किया है. ठीक है, ओके गाइस, एनीथिंग, एनी प्रॉब्लम, एनी इशू, कुछ हम, हेलो.